Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready. 15 Lonnie. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What are you doing? Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go one more.
Warner. They'll find Everett there, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Ready? 90 Wolf. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Craig. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Ready.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Big grip.
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits 3rd all-time in rush yards. Gore showing age, it's just a number. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got nothing. No. Off. Watch the ship. Now.
Gore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, seam 6.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Ricky. 58, boys. 58's Mike. Stop your watch.
61, matchbox lights.
Get wide.
And that'll set them back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Warner from the gun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Good job.
A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
You ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Watch the run.
Set, go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Go, go, go. 58's the mark.
5.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
15 line. 15 line.
All day.
Hey, Haywood.
I'm coming after you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
58 to Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Set, go.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ready.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Play action. It's Warner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check right, check right. Check, 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 check. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, Warner. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Hosky.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw, Warner. Looking sideline, incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. 53 is the mic. 53. Nice try. Hey, pick your game up. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. Boys. It's going to be a long day. Now.
2nd and 4. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let it 8 read. Tie it right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
On first down, it's score. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Warner
to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Warner. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Set, Mark 60, Pittsburgh. You.
From the gun on 3rd down, Warner. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Target, 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 target.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come.
58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Charlie.
58's the mic. 58.
Ready to go. Deep dribble. Deep dribble.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Rams 24, 49ers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, orbit. Get it.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're running it.
Operating from the gun, Warner. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On the ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Why did they want to do that one again?
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
2nd and 2. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the
They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Craig. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference.
And a loose football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
DaboysNpa's.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
Watch the back.
Ready, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game.
Ready, ready. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
We own them.
Set,
The
go.
defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 8, read. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils